One nigga, that's right.
Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Brooklyn, the home of the Nets, Barclays Center. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. The Nets will look to their home court advantage, just one game here in Brooklyn. Well, so far this season has been very disappointing, still without a win, and we're weeks into November.
And you wondered coming into the season if this team might have some issues, and that's been the case here thus far. We'll see if they can address those issues. It's a long season and find a way to turn it around.
Clearly some deficiencies in this roster that need to be addressed. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. I mean, they'd love to get back to around 500, but the way they're made and constituted, that'll be tough.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Richardson and Johnson are the forwards. Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. And it's Whiteside in at the 5. Home in the paint. Waiters surveying the D. Well, we got plenty of youth on both sides. Clark, what's it like to be part of an up-and-coming team in this league?
You know what, Kevin? I think it's a mixed bag. I think it's both very exciting and on occasion extremely frustrating because you don't know what you don't know, and the lack of experience sometimes is more prevalent with young teams than more experienced ones. So watching both of these teams develop over time is really going to be fun to see how their journey plays out.
These coaches will need a lot of patience, though, and the veterans on the team, too.
Exactly, both ways. You're right.
And the first one at the line is good. And along with the resurgence Carroll had last season, in large part due, I think, Greg, to finally feeling healthy.
Yeah, and Carroll is quick to tell you just how hard it was for him to regain form after that knee injury. Coming back is something that each player experiences kind of in their own way. Great presence, though, on and off the floor, and really a natural leader.
And with the size and strength of Carroll, he can just push people around on defense.
Yeah, and one of the things he does so well is get up into you and make you uncomfortable. I mean, he's got good size and strength. He's not super fast, but he's quick enough to keep guys in front. And he's got the nice reach, which allows him to bother guys from a distance. So he's outstanding in using what he has to be disruptive on deep.
And he'll take that. The nice, easy mid-range jumper, first bucket of the day.
The defense just gave him that one, and you talk about starting on a high note. Didn't seem to respect his mid-range J there.
Waiters into the lane. Two open that time. Made it look too easy. Waiters got his second bucket of the night.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Al Russell. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Bit of an oversized playmaking guard allows Russell to see over and around defenders. Great look there.
Tipped away. Waiters for three. Carroll with the rebound. Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside, Russell. Carroll against Whiteside. Carroll passes to Fareed. The putback, that shot no good. And it's Miami the other way. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And the story of that game was their terrific rhythm on the offensive end.
Yeah, I thought they were terrific at getting the ball moving. Played so well together that night. Really shared the ball and looked for each other at a high level.
Here's LeVert. Right now he's averaging 11 points a game. Fareed down low. Johnson on him. Fareed, no good. And it's Dragic with the ball for the Heat. Oh, Whiteside in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And he's just always an easy target on the alley-oop. With Whiteside's size and wingspan, it's just a matter of putting the ball up there where only he can go get it.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now, here is Russell. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. And he gets it to go.
Boy, he's so good at creating shots in that mid-range area. D'Angelo, a difficult guy to stay close to.
Dragic finds Whiteside. Over Russell. Again, the Heat good for two. Brooklyn with the ball. Trailing by 2, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And you know what? They were giving away points, missing at the line. A big factor in the outcome.
Ditto that. When you give up this many points at the line, it makes it a lot easier for the opposition.
Now here's Waiters. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here's Dragic. Goes back up, and it's good on the way in.
And I respect the craftiness and savvy of Dragic. I mean, when he gets positioned deep inside, he finds a way to score.
The drive by Russell. Sinks that one from the post. Russell's got 6. Heat have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Now here's Richardson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. 5 on the clock. Here's Whiteside, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. This game against Miami here, their first look at the Heat.
And this game kicks off a 4-game season series between the two teams.
2 conference foes, guys, looking to take game 1 tonight. Very interesting to see who can land the first blow. Chance now to get a glimpse at how the Heat are doing early in the season in the NBA stats.
And, you know, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you.
Nets trail by 4. Russell looking around. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Dion Waiters.
You know, Caris LeVert came into the league as a scoring wing, but has changed into a playmaker. I mean, he developed into a primary ball handler out of necessity, and it's a role he's thrived in. He attacks the defense and can finish at the rim himself or find teammates.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
That free throw, no good. And LeVert has described his game as constantly evolving, something backed up as his transition from wing to simply playmaker.
Yeah, he's a high character, high quality young man, and he's gone through a ton of injuries going back to his days at Michigan, getting more and more comfortable with the ball in his hands because he's a guy that can make plays, and I think his game is just going to continue to grow as the years pass.
Early on in the season, some players locked and loaded, others trying to find their groove. Clark, did you tend to be a fast starter, or did it take you some time to get a flow for your game as a season started?
You know, Kevin, in my relatively short career, I experienced both. My rookie season, I started a little slow. I was in really good shape, knew I was going to play a lot, but it took a minute for me to find my traction. I started fast in my third year because I had been around the block a couple of times. I knew what my offseason needed to be like, and I had gotten off to a terrific start in my third and fourth year. And then the injury happened, and that was it. But I experienced both.
First one falls. And guys, Kenny Atkinson, a coach who has a knack for player development.
Yeah, he does, and the players' improvement on this Nets team speaks to that. I mean, Atkinson has done a terrific job of improving his young players. Also gets the most out of the veterans and teaches them new skills and approaches to their game, which endears him to the players and helps his team.
And so he makes both from the line. Nets trailed by 5. Passes to Dudley. He dishes it to Russell. Pass to LeVert. Shot clock at 5. Over in the corner, Dudley. Carroll with the 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Dragic kicks to Waiters. That one rolling around and rims out.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Outside, Russell. Fires from 14. Here's Fareed. Johnson with some nice D.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Cannot give him that much room for mid-range. They got to feel lucky he didn't knock that one down.
Here's LeVert. He kicks it to Russell. Fareed dishes to Russell. The pass to Carroll. Fires from deep. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 6 rebounds in the game. Waiters passes to Whiteside. Richardson gets a wide open look. Sinks the triple. And the Heat lead by 8.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Timeout called, the Nets.
And what a story for Hassan Whiteside. A second-round pick back in 2011. He's bounced around. I mean, the G League, China. He even played over in Lebanon. It wasn't until 2015 that he emerged seemingly out of nowhere as a factor for the Miami Heat.
Going with a whole new group out there. Let's check out some of the best shooting teams out there. The Heat third.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
And so Napier will bring it up for Brooklyn. 8-point game. And Whiteside in 2016 receiving a 4-year max contract break from the Heat.
Amazing how far he's come. Set the franchise record for most blocks in a game. And pretty impressive when you think of the big men who played for the Heat. Talking Lonzo Mourning and Shaquille O'Neal, no less.
Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Napier finds Harris. Pass to Crabbe. 5 on the clock. Passes it to Napier. Looking to end the drought. The offensive rebound. Fareed. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass. Getting it down.
Attacking the glass like a rabid dog. Fareed takes pride in out hustling guys on the boards.
Johnson, the pass to Olynyk. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Wade. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here is Harris, looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Olynyk is covering.
And that's solid defense, rock solid, contesting without fouling. Well done.
Winslow kicks to Wade. With the floater, and he lays it up and in. And now a 10-point Miami lead.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here, Greg. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Now here's Crabbe. 11 points last game. Stolen by Wade. It's good. Wade's got his third basket of the night.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Olynyk is covering, and it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Hollis Jefferson. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Crabbe kicks to Harris. A 3.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Yeah, I agree. Not a lot of activity chasing down their misses. Some teams focus on getting back. I understand that. But you should send at least one guy after those.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Winslow against Harris. And he gets the bucket. And the Heat lead by 14.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, and especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Shot to stop the run, and the shot falls short this time. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to catch up with Eric Spoelstra a few minutes ago. It's the first matchup of the season against this team, and he knows that they have great shot blocking. But he did say we've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack. Put the bigs in high pick-and-roll situations and shoot the jumper with confidence. They feel that's the key, Kevin.
David thinks sounds like he's prepped his guys on how to handle this opposing defense.
And no surprise there, because they're facing a team that can win games with its defense. They are an aggressive bunch from the start.
And you know, guys, that being the case, they can't play soft today. I mean, they've got to really be locked in on being the aggressors. Come out firing and try to get off to a good start.
The first free throw is good. And although the Nets have improved, Clark, they still have some areas that have traditionally given them some trouble.
Well, when you're a team that struggled to win consistently, there are a lot of holes and chinks in your armor. They only play okay defense and don't create a lot of turnovers. The turnover game is usually in favor of the opponent with them. They have the talent to be a good defensive team. I think they just have to be a little more focused and intense at that end of the floor.
Now here's Dudley. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. In the corner, it's Harris. Trying to get back on track. Count that bucket. The Heat leading by 14. Johnson outside. Knocked away and stolen by Napier. And so it's the Miami Heat with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Dwayne Wade talked about the potential of this team as well as the challenges they face this season.
If we understand our potential, can develop to be a great team in this season. But that's the hardest part, is understanding your potential when you have guys who's never been through it, you know, as a collective group. So that's the biggest challenge, is to understand, okay, we're good, guys. We can win some games, but can we get to the next level of being great?
That's the veteran mindset a player like Wade brings to the group.
Exactly. I mean, he's fully aware of the importance of experience, a true leader for his team.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And for the Heat here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Exactly. I mean, they've made their presence felt on this end. Excellent job contesting shots so far.
Harris is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then there's Jared Dudley. Then it's Allen Crabbe. And it's Napier in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And the Nets with possession here. The Heat getting the bucket. Lock at 6. Here's Hollis Jefferson. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Johnson outside. Pass to Adebayo. Shoots over Dudley. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Nets trail by 11. Napier feeling it out a bit. With the teardrop, he takes it up and lays it in.
Resplendent release on the floater. When executed correctly, it's a beautiful, effective shot.
Now here's Ellington. Tight defense on him. From beyond the arc. And it's Magruder missing. For Brooklyn, they've got a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Dudley finds Napier. And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Russell, he's checked in for Crabbe. Goran Dragic is checked in for the Heat. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Dudley, the pass to Harris. Outside, Russell. Just 4 to shoot. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Miami called for the foul.
Attacking on the drive, and that's going to give Russell some free throws this time.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Miami.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They also haven't been afraid to take it strong to the hoop early on tonight. I like that.
And for D'Angelo Russell, the former number 2 pick, it's all about developing himself as a player and a leader. Has focused more on the team and less on himself of late, and knows what is expected of him and has to earn every second of floor time.
And last season, Russell had to fight for minutes upon returning from injury.
Yeah, and battles like that help mature a player and really keep them focused. Those are areas where Russell had struggled in the past. I think he and his coach both know it's not easy, but it has already started in making Russell the best player he can be.
Now, here is Russell. 8 points for him. Down low, here's Dudley. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Hey, Clark, which players, and veterans in particular, do you think have done a great job of adapting their games to remain effective?
Yeah, you know, these lists are pretty long, but I think of Shaun Livingston. Remarkable talent, went through some injuries and has found a home at Golden State. Trevor Ariza has been a terrific role player on a couple of teams in his career. Impact player at both ends. You think about Paul Millsap, a guy who has been able to transition to a couple of different teams and provide leadership and great production. So those guys come to mind.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Back to Carroll. Three-pointer. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And there's no reason to lay off Carroll now. I mean, he's a threat to shoot off the pass.
Dragic against Dudley. No good from Dragic. And the Nets with possession. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Johnson goes in. Magruder. Second shot opportunity. And he sinks the layup. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Dudley, no luck.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's LeVert. 8 points his last outing. Kicks it to Russell. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Well, I tell you what, such a smooth, tight handle. I mean, especially for a guy with a 6'5" frame and 6'9" wingspan.
Here's Magruder. Goes up to the stripe. Second chance effort. And Whiteside finishes it off. Whiteside's got 8 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but looks like they're putting it together right now.
Back to Russell. And that one drops. Russell's got 8 here in the quarter.
Yes, filling it up. Russell now shooting past his typical scoring pace.
Johnson outside. Now the dish to Dragic. Back to Johnson. Shoots a fader, and there's another one for the Heat.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
LeVert the pass to Hollis Jefferson. And it's Dragic with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
The Nets making a switch here. Fareed is checked in. Then for the Heat, Josh Richardson's checked in for Rodney Magruder. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Wayne Ellington. Now here's Carroll. He has 5. Takes the 3. Miami grabs the miss. Whiteside's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Now here's Waiters. He's tightly guarded to the paint. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell.
Well, a lot of tough teams in this league. Here's where Brooklyn sits right now.
And like you said, they're up there in points off turnovers. They apply pressure, always ready to pounce on a mistake and take advantage.
Dragic kicks to Whiteside. 6 to shoot. Here's Johnson. Rebounded by the Nets. Fareed's got 8 rebounds in this game. to the wing right side. Russell finds for Reed. There's the triple. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. Right now, let's have a moment to check out the NBA's best three-point shooters. Look at Richardson, second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
Johnson outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Look, you had a terrific amateur career. You made NBA all-rookie first team. Can't exactly call you a late bloomer at all. You were really thriving.
Yeah, I had a lot of great people around me, Kevin, from the time I started playing in middle school to high school, college. It to good fortune, favor, and a lot of good people.
Free throw, good waiters. A different look for Miami. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Johnson. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Goran Dragic. Both good from the line that time. Timeout called the Nets. We know Clark fans want to see star players. That's been a hot topic around the league. The league has added rules, in fact, that now prohibit resting guys on certain nights.
Yeah, I think that's important, that players have a real understanding of their responsibility. I understand trying to balance the rest versus the wear and tear of a course. That's another reason I propose a shorter season. I don't think you'd end up with this kind of controversy or debate. But I thought the league was right in requiring, I mean, your responsibility is to play all the games you're available to play in, unless you're injured. And I think it's important that guys take that responsibility seriously. It's a responsibility they have to themselves, to the team, the organization, and the fans.
To see some numbers for Carroll, averaging about 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Here's LeVert. Dishes it to Russell. And there's the pass to LeVert. A floater, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. That's on Dwayne Wade.
So free throws for Russell, something we should be saying often for the next decade or more.
And when D'Angelo Russell is on the floor, he's looking to attack at every chance he gets.
Yeah, he's a smooth operator now. This guy has all the tools. He's best, though, I think, when he's challenging defenders and probing the defense. Such a skilled and gifted passer. He's got a nice blend of speed and has gotten stronger, which I think is really an asset for him. He can get a little streaky at times, but when he's on, you got to ride his wave because it's a good one.
He hits the second from the line.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Now here's Wade. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Philadelphia. Good work there as it goes.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Olynyk is covering. Yepik goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down to 9. We're back within single digits after that one from LeVert. Russell against Wade. Over Russell. The shot by Wade, no good. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Miami. They're 6th best right now, looking to make a move up in the standings. And checking out Brooklyn, 3.5 back.
And right now for Miami, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
Whiteside, good.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Russell against Wade. Here's LeVert. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Miami.
And the three-point shot above the break has become a popular shot in the league, but not for them tonight. They're passing that one up and just trying to get their offense from closer to the hoop.
Now here's Waiters. 8 points for him. Wade from outside. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
He kicks to Whiteside. To the inside. Waiters. LeVert grabs the miss. Nets trail by 14. Outside, Russell. Pass to LeVert. And Fareed has it in the corner. Russell from long range. It's hauled in by the Heat. There's 1:54 left in the first half of basketball. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Hassan Whiteside continues to develop. Now, Miami coach Eric Spoelstra said it's got nothing to do with his stats. He's going to do that no matter what. It's about making winning plays and caring more about his teammates than he cares about himself. Now he can lead in a different way because he has the respect of the locker room. Kevin?
Terrific, D.A. Thank you.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Back to Wade. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Now, here is Russell. 17 points in the game. LeVert the pass to Carroll. Outside, Russell. From deep 3-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Russell's got 20.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Wade finds Whiteside. He can't get it to go. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Here's LeVert. It's hauled in by the Heat. Whiteside's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Pass to Olynyk. Back to Whiteside. Waiters outside. That one falls. Waiters got 10 points. And so it's the Miami Heat. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Kenneth Fareed. Kenneth, you guys have been out-rebounded by a lot. Why do you think that's happened?
I don't know. We're missing a lot of threes, so they're getting a lot of those rebounds, and they're really gang rebounding in this group. So they're really getting after it, and they're making sure that we don't get no second chance shots.
Well, we'll see if that gets fixed in the second half, Kenneth. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Dwayne Wade has been all over the floor tonight. He had 13 points and 1 rebound. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Dwayne Wade flexing his muscle in the first half. He no longer has the elite quickness to create separation, but he does have the power to bull his way around the court and get decent looks.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
Welcome back as we get a beautiful aerial view of the Williamsburg Bridge connecting Manhattan and Brooklyn. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, you know, good things happen when he cuts to the rim, Greg, and you cut into the heart of the defense like that, makes things easy.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. Down low, it's Johnson and Whiteside. Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. And it's Richardson in at the 3 slot. And Carroll gets it to go.
You know, it's real obvious. Over the years, Carroll has put a lot of work into his jumper, and it's paying off.
Lets it go with the 3. Miami keeps it going. A new 24-second shot clock.
Boy, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound.
Here's LeVert. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 15 here tonight. The Heat leading by 13. Dragic with it. Kicks it to Whiteside. And the pass to Richardson. Puts it up.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Misses, and he wants that one back. Dragic against Russell. Shoots over Dragic. Russell, no good. Heat have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Waiters outside. And here's Richardson. He has 5. Shoots the 3. Waiters no luck.
Boy, a sluggish, muddy start to this second half. Still scoreless.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pass to Dudley. Up top, Russell shoots over Dragic, and it's Whiteside with the rebound.
But, you know, 1 for 4, not a good start. I mean, they got to play with a little more energy this half.
Here's Waiters. He sinks the 11-footer. Waiters got 12 points in the game.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Dragic against Russell. Passes to LeVert. Count it from 12. He's got 5.
Hey, you know, the mid-range, Jay, continuing to look better over time for LeVert, showing real improvement in knocking that shot down.
Now here's Dragic. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Whiteside kicks to Johnson. Moves back up, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, guys, you got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
The Heat have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
And thus far, really not their year.
Shooting 2.
When you talk about free throw shooting, only around a 70% clip on the season.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year, but just a tad worse, so not too bad.
A different look for Miami. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Johnson. Winslow comes in for Josh Richardson, and it's Tyler Johnson in for Dion Waiters. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And Kenneth Faried, an outstanding performance with Team USA in 2014. But, Greg, his minutes have gone down in recent seasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He's got all the athleticism you need, but he's not a shooter or a big-time defender. In today's game, you need your big man to do at least one of those two.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
McGruder's checked in for Miami. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. Number 1, the Heat.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
Now here's Cram. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. He kicks it to Napier. 18 feet out, and he gets the jumper to drop. Miami leading by 14. Pass to Winslow, shoots over Dudley, and Kenneth Faried pulls it down. And it's Harris with the ball for the Nets. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. That one good for 2.
Yeah, confidence inside from Crabbe on display there. Terrific at taking advantage of good looks.
Now here's Dragic. Ball's knocked loose. Winslow, the pass to McGruder. Dragic against Harris. Clock at 6. Dragic finds Johnson. From deep. And Napier pulls it down.
And truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
You're exactly right, Greg. That's certainly in his range. Forget about the miss and get ready for the next one.
Now here's Napier. He gets it in there. Dudley's got 5 points so far.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls for Dragic. And Goran Dragic, a slippery lefty out of Slovenia.
At his peak, a phenomenal offensive player. He doesn't hit that peak every season, though. And now in his 30s, we'll see how long he can extend his prime.
Now here's Winslow. The pass to Dragic. Out to the right wing. Off target from three-point range. Nets trail by 13. Now Napier. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Those are facts, man. I mean, if he's sliding his feet just a skosh, the refs are going to whistle him for it.
The Heat making a switch here. Ellington's checked in. The Heat leading by 13. Pass to Johnson. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Yeah, I think he's trying to put this one away, quite honestly. I mean, feels like he can lay it up against any type of defense, and he can't.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good.
And Tyler Johnson, undrafted out of Fresno State back in 2014. One of those lunch pail players. Didn't take him long to make his mark in the NBA.
Harris dishes to Fareed. Here's Napier. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. And Tyler Johnson, a 6'4" combo guard. Greg, talk about how he straddles that gap.
Yeah, I mean, a shooter with athleticism. I mean, the lefty's still developing that right hand, but improving as a playmaker and game management right before our eyes.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Napier. The Heat leading by 13. Now here's Johnson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Now here's Ellington. He's guarded by Crabb. Here's Adebayo. Rebounded by Fareed. Fareed's Harris outside. Wants to get it to Dudley and does. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Dudley's got 4 this quarter.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Now here's Ellington. T right on him. Heat moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Magruder. That one off the back iron and out.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Now here's Napier. He's guarded by Johnson. Napier with it. 6 points for him. The lead now in single digits. Napier's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Magruder, that's good. Brooklyn with the ball. They trail by 11. Napier kicks to Fareed. Passes it to Crabb. Drops in the tray. Crabb's got 5 points so far.
He's lethal with the deep ball. Allen Crabb. Often you just assume it's going to go in.
And there's the bucket from Magruder.
Boy, he hit his teammate in the perfect spot. Led him easily to the bucket. That's what you call a room service assist.
Now here's Fareed. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. And the Nets making a change here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. Olynyk, he's checked in for Miami. The Heat leading by 10. Johnson right side. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Miami.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
2 shots.
Yeah, but they also never seem to get cold from mid-range. Just kept hitting those shots with consistency.
And the first one at the line is good. The Heat making a switch here. Wade's checked in. And Johnson drops them both. Nets trail by 12. Here's Napier. He's got 8. Harris passes to Hollis Jefferson. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Boy, and the power and lift from Hollis Jefferson, able to finish right through contact.
And you have to love the way Hollis Jefferson plays on the defensive end. So active with his length and can disrupt an offense single-handedly. The team is visibly better on defense with Hollis Jefferson on the floor.
And that one misses. And with Hollis Jefferson in his defense, he's not only strong, but he's versatile with whom he can guard.
Yeah, I mean, RHJ has great length, and at 6'7", he can guard almost every position on the floor. Strong on the glass, even though he's often undersized in his matchup. RHJ is anything but an average player. I really love how effective he's become on both ends.
Down low, it's stolen by Harris. He feeds it to Napier. Knocked loose. Harris against Winslow. Harris kicks to Napier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. Great D that time from Johnson. The Heat leading by 10. To the paint. And Olynyk with the basket on the assist by Johnson. Olynyk's got his first 2 points.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Napier with it, and it's Johnson picking him up and out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. Number 1, the Heat.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
Now here's Johnson. Wade outside, looking for Winslow. He gets it there. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And, you know, guys, Wade is a terrific teammate, always willing to give up the ball and share the sugar, if you will, especially when his teammate is wide open.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Crabb. 5 points in the game. Back to Napier. On the wing, Harris. Covered by Winslow. Harris's shot is off. The Heat leading by 14. Wade left side. To the middle. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, you know, it's got to be terribly deflating for the opposition. Boy, they look helpless, really getting beat up physically and emotionally.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
The Heat have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Timeout, gentlemen. 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And the confidence and flair that Wade plays with, uniquely his own, a dynamite 2-guard who is also a clutch performer.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. James Johnson checked in for Bam Adebayo. Richardson comes in for Justice Winslow, and Dion Waiters subbed in for Johnson. And so he hits both. There's 42 seconds left in the third. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
To end the run, basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Make way and wake up. Hollis Jefferson getting it done in traffic.
And Rondé Hollis Jefferson, one of the rare wing players, Clark, who can't really threaten from outside, but he makes up for it with his defense.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, this guy is unafraid of anybody. He's 6'7", he's athletic, he's strong, he's aggressive and smart. There's nobody he gets matched up with that he doesn't think he can lock up.
One shot, find the lanes.
That free throw good from Hollis Jefferson.
And, you know, drawing comparisons to Andre Iguodala, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Hollis Jefferson with some models to map his game after, and both of those excellent models for him.
Now here's Napier. Defense is right there. Russell against Waiters. Pass to Carroll. Baseline try. Unable to get that one. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Heat lead by 15. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. We've got LeVert. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Damari Carroll. Then there's Shabazz Napier. And it's Russell in at the 2-guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
That's his second personal foul. Into the lineup for the Heat. Hassan Whiteside. Goran Dragic.
Dragic looking it over. Raiders on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Over Russell. LeVert grabs the miss.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Russell following the score by James Johnson. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. They get Hassan Whiteside.
And given how big and powerful Hollis Jefferson is, not surprising to see him utilize that strength to draw fouls inside.
At the line for 2.
First one falls for.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
so he gets them both.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Now here's Waiters. Trying to get open is Johnson, and Dragic gets it to go on the assist from Dion Waiters. Waiters got his third assist on the night. To the left side wing. Hollis Jefferson finds Carroll. There's the call on James Johnson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Fareed's checked in for Brooklyn.
Kevin Fareed.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Carroll dishes to Russell. Now the pass to LeVert. Sinks the three-pointer.
LeVert showing you can rise up from deep. A quality shooter when given room to fire.
And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for Miami. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That'll be the second of this two-game road trip. From 13, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Dragic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Fareed the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's LeVert. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Shot clock at 5. And it's Russell missing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's LeVert. And the layup is good.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
Pass to Dragic. Kicks it out to Johnson. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Friday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
And it's Dragic with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Russell kicks to Carroll. 5 to shoot. From past the arc. Rebound by the Heat. Waiters for 3. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
Hey, I tell you what, the contest on that shot was lacking. Very subpar, which is why the shooter buried it.
Outside, Russell. Fareed trying to get open, and that one's good. Russell's got 22 points.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
And here is Waiters. Outside, Dragic. Beyond the arc. They get the rebound. Whiteside. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Russell, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You know, a decent free throw shooter at this point in his career. D'Angelo has the natural stroke, I think, to become one of the league's best. Shoots it very fluidly and easily.
Free throw good, Russell.
And they are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
And so Russell hits them both. Miami leading by 17. Waiters finds Richardson. Now here's Johnson. Carroll covering. Takes the 13-footer. A rebound by the Nets. Faried outside. Back to Carroll. Here's LeVert. Shot clock at 6. Outside Russell. A 3-ball. Sinks the triple. Russell's got 27.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
Now here's Whiteside. Over Faried. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And the Heat lead by 16. Dragic against Russell. To the inside. Wallace Jefferson can't hit.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Richardson, no luck.
And that's superb defense in low. I mean, they played it well. Not easy trying to alter these shots without fouling the shooter. And that's a good job of doing both.
Jared Dudley's checked in for Damari Carroll. Russell kicks to Faried. Here's LeVert. He's guarded by Dragic. Shot clock at 5. Leaner from distance. And the shot no good, a bit short.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try the leaner.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And Dion Waiters, midway through last season, finally had season-ending surgery on his left ankle. He had been trying to manage that injury since the season prior.
Yeah, and ended up losing out on a bonus of over $1 million, which was contingent on him playing 70 games. His play had fallen off, though, so quite possible he needed that surgery even before he suffered the setback.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That one is off. That's off as well, so he misses both. Nets trail by 16. Here's Hollis Jefferson, and the Nets miss again. And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Heat. Johnson attacking. Here's Richardson, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call, Brooklyn the foul.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Richardson. And Josh Richardson at the University of Tennessee was a pre-med student, plans on becoming a surgeon. But when the NBA became a possibility, he said he had to switch to an easier major.
And instead of spending 4 hours a day studying, he put that time into the gym. A terrific defender in college, was the 2-time All-SEC defensive player. And with the newfound focus on basketball, he has blossomed as a scorer.
Faried, right side. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Here's LeVert. Richardson covering. Shoots from the baseline. And it falls over the rim and in. LeVert's got 7 points for the quarter. The Heat leading by 16. Dragic kicks to Richardson. Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Whiteside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up for Reed. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game. And Brooklyn making a change here. Carroll's checked in.
2 shots.
Free throw, good. Whiteside. And both free throws good from Whiteside. Nets trail by 18. Kicks it to Dudley. He dishes it to Russell.
At the line for your Nets, D'Angelo Russell, taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Russell. That one is no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Johnson dishes to Dragic. Jacks up a 3. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
And there's the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Russell. To the middle with the shot. Hollis Jefferson, good. Hollis Jefferson's got 9 points here in the second half.
And with the physical gifts that Hollis Jefferson has, he plays a lot bigger than his listed height.
Richardson kicks to Whiteside. No good off the back of the rim.
Tell you what, Kevin, they will take that look every time. Limited defense, great shot. Just came up empty. You live with those.
Here's LeVert. Just 5 on the clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. No dice from the high post. Miami leading by 18. Outside Dragic. He kicks it to Waiters. That's tipped. Here's LeVert. He's guarded by Waiters. LeVert the pass to Russell. Pass to LeVert. Passes it to Dudley. Over Richardson. Dudley, no luck. Miami's gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Waiters right side. Fires from 14. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Greg. I mean, they're in a groove right now. Up big, hard to envision them losing this lead.
Mark, an interesting aspect of the one-and-done controversy. Increasingly, these guys are being asked to take on a big role in the NBA right away.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I'm all for guys that have the unique ability and opportunity to play pro basketball out of high school or after 1 or 2 years of college. I would love to see college kids hang around for 2 or 3 years, but that's not realistic for the supremely gifted. But it does put pressure on your teams if you're expecting these young guys to come in and impact winning right away. It takes a little time, in most cases, for even really highly talented players to become winning NBA players.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Hassan Whiteside.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
On the road, in a tough atmosphere, he's taken on the role of star tonight. If one of their other players came up short, he picked up the slack to make sure they'll be walking out of here with a win. Here's Waiters following the bucket by the Nets. In the corner, it's Richardson. Pass to Johnson with the fadeaway. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Johnson's got 4 points this quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Miami.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Hassan Whiteside.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
No doubt about it, partner, but unfortunately the flip side of that coin, the drive home for the hometown fans, going to be rather flat.
And the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Carroll. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Now Dragic. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the
One nigga, that's right.